Having the right training approach is one of the most crucial aspects that determine your workout performance. To consistently make progress, you must develop a set of training principles that keep you moving forward. By the end of this video, you will learn how to properly set your workout goals, how often and how much time you should train, which training split to use, how many exercises, reps, and sets, as well as rest you need, and knowing how to measure your progress. Nowadays, the internet is flooded with fitness influencers who give training advice. Some of them share really valuable information and they have decent knowledge regarding fitness, but a big percentage give misleading information or just make things overly complicated, especially for beginners. You can lose a lot of time researching which source of information is reliable, which can get annoying at times. This is exactly why our team gathered everything in one place. Now, without wasting any more time, let's start with the first step when it comes to building a well-structured workout program, which is knowing your goals. Everyone needs to aim towards a certain goal. For example, someone may be working towards his first pull-up, while others can be aiming for something way more advanced, like a muscle-up. The goals you have need to be detailed, realistic, and exact. It is really important to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Your goal needs to make sense. Saying, "I want to lose weight," is not a goal. That's a desire. Having a desire is great, but having a plan which you follow daily is absolutely different. Be specific to the smallest detail with your future accomplishments. I mean, honestly, people put more thought into organizing their pizza rather than working on their health and life goals. You need to have one main thing that you want to accomplish and then break it down into small tasks. It is unrealistic to aim for losing 55 pounds in 3 weeks. A more realistic approach would be losing 5 to 8 pounds every month. You need to work towards a goal in small steps. Setting a small goal and accomplishing it will boost your self-esteem and make you more determined to chase your main goal. The next thing you need to do is knowing how often and how much time you should train. A lot of people, and especially beginners, think that they need to work out 2 hours every day in order to achieve amazing results. Guess what? That is definitely not the right way to be thinking. You can achieve really good results even if you have less time to train. See, there's two types of people: those who have more spare time and those who have less time. If you have more time, you can implement a bigger variety of exercises during the week. You can keep your average workout time between 1.5 hours, and you can train up to 6 days per week. People in this category can train for hypertrophy, endurance, strength, or have a mixture of these things in training styles. If you don't have a lot of spare time, well, it would be better to keep your workout simple with a smaller variety of exercises. A good time period for a workout here will be around 30 to 50 minutes. You can still train up to 6 days per week, and if you're in this category, I recommend you to train for hypertrophy or endurance. For example, if you can train less than 4 days a week, strength training and combinations of different training styles wouldn't be very effective. If you're a beginner, I recommend you to train with a full body routine every second day for at least 1 month. This will just help your muscles to adapt faster for hypertrophy, strength, or endurance workouts. A really big beginner mistake is thinking that muscle soreness equals muscle growth. Everyone who is just starting to work out feels muscle soreness the first couple of weeks. Then they eventually stop experiencing it. You get muscle soreness when you have overtrained a certain muscle group or you're introducing your body to new exercises. If you don't feel muscle soreness, you will have a better workout performance, which will lead to an increase of strength and muscle growth. It's not a problem to train when you're experiencing muscle soreness. Just make sure you don't push yourself too hard. Listen to your body and give it the rest it needs. Okay, the next thing that I want to bring to attention is what training split to use. Now, I will give you an idea about how you can structure your routine. If you have 2 days a week to train, you can do an upper body workout the first day and a lower body workout the second day, or you can do both on the same day. If you have 3 days to train, you can do a push workout on the first day, pull workout on the second day, and then legs on the third. If you can dedicate 4 days towards your workouts, you can split your muscle groups into different days. For example, day 1, legs and cardio, day 2, chest and triceps, day 3, back, and day 4, arms and shoulders. You can follow a similar structure if you train 4 to 6 times a week. Just add a bigger variety of exercises, and focus on the muscle groups that need improvement. If you genetically have a big chest, there is no need to train it a couple of times a week. It would be better if you spent more time on the muscle groups which are staying behind. The bigger muscle groups will need more exercises than the smaller ones. You can have a whole separate day for your back, but having a separate day for your biceps wouldn't be so beneficial, according to the most recent studies. And yes, I know that there are a lot of people who train every muscle group on a different day and do the so-called bro split. Don't get me wrong, you can still achieve amazing results doing a bro split, but I assume that for most people, the overall goal is to have as much of an efficient workout as possible. But, as I mentioned, recent studies show that this isn't the most optimal way to build muscle. I know that a lot of you watch fitness influencers on YouTube, Instagram, and overall social media and try to copy their training or secret methods. Don't forget about the context of your life. The guy competing for gold at the Olympics has different life circumstances than the guy that's working all day delivering furniture for people. A person with a physically or mentally demanding job will need a different training model than the guy with a low physical and stress job. Never compare your results to other people's accomplishments. Often, people get discouraged because someone has achieved more than them in the same or shorter time frame. See, the idea is to compete against the person in front of the mirror. Always remember that workouts are only 20 to 30% of the whole picture. As long as you're improving, you're on the right track. This is a marathon, baby, not a sprint. Okay, let's continue with how many exercises, reps, sets, and how much rest you need. Hypertrophy, strength, and endurance are the three main workout styles. People usually build their training program around one of them, but you can have a routine that is utilizing the benefits of all. It all comes down to what you want to achieve. Every one of these training methods has its own unique benefits and differences. We actually already have a video where we go into detail and talk about all of their differences and benefits. I highly recommend you to go and watch it if you haven't already. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description so that you can easily find it after you finish watching this current video. Okay, so for hypertrophy, you can do 1 to 4 exercises per muscle group. Regarding repetitions, stay in the 6 to 12 range and perform 2 to 4 sets per exercise. For calisthenics athletes who can do these reps easily, a good recommendation is to use a weighted vest or something that will put resistance while you're performing an exercise. The rest time between sets is around 2 minutes. If you want to train for strength, you need to involve compound movements that target multiple muscle groups. A good calisthenics exercise example would be pull-ups, and for weightlifting, deadlifts. Don't implement isolating exercises such as bicep curls and tricep extensions. Stay in the 4 to 7 sets range and perform 1 to 5 reps. Rest anywhere between 4 to 6 minutes. For endurance, most people prefer using rounds and not sets. For example, 10 rounds of 16 pull-ups, 20 dips, 25 push-ups, and 45 seconds of jump rope. The reps usually are above 15, but for harder exercises, that can be slightly less. You can structure one main circle of exercises or have multiple at once. For example, rather than doing 10 rounds of the 4 exercises that I just mentioned, you can perform 5 rounds and then start with a different group of exercises. The best time period here is 30 to 50 seconds between rounds and no rest between exercises. Alright, and the final step is knowing how to measure your progress. Muscle growth is a really slow process. Changes in muscle mass won't be noticeable between the weeks or even months. Sure, if you're a complete beginner, you will notice some fast changes in your body. But if you're training for 1 or 3 years, it may be way harder to notice some significant changes. The very best way to track your progress is with your workout performance. Size and strength, in most cases, are directly correlated. If you're able to progress with your sets and reps, this means that you're building strength and muscle, even if you don't notice these changes in the mirror. I recommend you to write down your sets, reps, and the weight you're using during every workout. Also, measure your body weight and different parts of your body like arms, legs, and waist, and take a progress picture every morning. I personally do all of these things, and if you do it as well, I can guarantee that you will stay a lot more motivated and disciplined. If you're the type of person who doesn't like learning everything on their own and wants to have a workout and nutrition program made by professional certified trainers and athletes, go ahead and message us on Instagram at Calisthenics Lifestyle, or just send us an email on info@calisthenicsofficial.com. Stay strong, dream big, and believe in yourself.